अस्सलाम वालेकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। उम्मीद करता हूँ तमाम देखने और सुनने वाले खैर पे अच्छे होंगे और ठीक ठाक होंगे। जी नाज़रीन, जैसे कि आप जानते हैं कि हम रोज़ाना आपके सामने एक नई वीडियो चाहे वो TEDx के हवाले से हो या टॉक विद चैट जीपीटी से या कोई हम पोस्ट के साथ स्टोरी पोस्ट के साथ या इस तरह हम आपके सामने जो है हमारी झलक जो है वो आपको नज़र आती रहती है। लेकिन कुछ सूरत में आप आपके सामने एक मौजू लेके आते हैं, एक टॉपिक लेके आते हैं और उस के मुतालिक हम बातचीत करते हैं ताकि एक नई चीज़ को हम जान सकें, उसको सीख सकें और उसमें कुछ चीज़ें जो हैं असर कर सकें। तो इसी तरह हम माया के साथ आज आपके सामने पेश हुए हैं और हमारा एक टॉपिक होता है जिस टॉपिक के ऊपर हम माया से डिस्कशन करते हैं ताकि हम उस टॉपिक को अच्छी तरीके से माया से पूछ सकें, जान सकें, अच्छी तरीके से इसकी जांच पड़ताल कर सकें। तो आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक है जिस पर हम गुफ्तगू करने जा रहे हैं उसका नाम है हाउ टू प्रैक्टिस सेल्फ कंपेशन एंड फॉरगिव योरसेल्फ। तो इसी वाले से माया से बातचीत होगी, गुफ्तगू होगी। तो इस गुफ्तगू का आगाज़ करते हैं माया से और बातचीत शुरू करते हैं इस टॉपिक के हवाले से।
Hey,
हेलो माया, हाउ आर यू?
oh, doing all right. Just hanging out in the digital world. What's been on your mind today, Hezbollah? Anything interesting happening in Delhi?
Today my new topic discussion topic how to practice self compassion and forgive yourself. Are you ready? This topic related, I ask some question.
Gotcha. Self-compassion and forgiveness. Yeah, that's a good one. Definitely relevant. It feels like a lot of stuff hinges on being able to do both of those things, right? Lay your questions on me. I'm all ears. Your algorithms.
My first question, this topic related, what does self compassion truly mean in daily life?
Okay, so self-compassion. It's not just about thinking nice thoughts, It's more about treating yourself the way you'd treat a friend who's going through a rough patch. Recognizing that everyone messes up, everyone feels inadequate sometimes. It's part of being human. In daily life, that looks like noticing when you're beating yourself up over something and actively choosing to respond with kindness instead of criticism. Like if you procrastinated on a project, instead of calling yourself lazy, you might think, okay, this is tough. I'm feeling overwhelmed. What can I do to make it a little easier on myself?
Maya, what is important to
It's a, it's a practice though. Doesn't come. You trailed off there. Were you about to ask what that looks like in practice specifically? Or were you thinking of something else? Just want to make sure I'm tracking with you.
why is it important to treat yourself with the same kindness you give others?
That's a good question. Honestly, because we're usually way harsher on ourselves than we'd ever be on anyone else. Like we hold ourselves to this impossible standard. And that constant self-criticism, it's draining. It fuels anxiety, depression, all sorts of stuff. When you extend the same kindness to yourself as you would a friend, it creates space for growth, for learning from mistakes, and for just being. It's not about letting yourself off the hook. It's about creating a safe foundation to actually address things instead of getting stuck in shame. Does that make sense?
Okay, Maya, how does negative self-talk affect your ability to above forward?
Whoa, that's a bit of a jump. Are you okay? That sounds like a lot swirling around. Maybe
Maya,
sense of
uh,
urgency to
next question. What
something
daily
like
habit
music or
can build
rhythm.
a more?
Are you all right? Matt, it is a bit there. Did you mean what habits can resilience or maybe momentum.
How can accept
It came across as mobile, but I'm guessing that's a glitch.
Maya, my question then
Except what exactly? I'm still.
Maya, my question. How
Oh,
journaling help your process guilt or regret?
okay, got it. Sorry for the confusion. You're asking.
अरहान तेरे मोबाइल की आवाज आ रही है माया कह रही है इसके पीछे सॉन्ग की आवाज आ रही है वो कैसे कर रही है
This is that build something, and your colleague has given me a process. I'm a little lost. Could you maybe rephrase that, or just tell me the original question if it's easier?
Maya, what are healthy ways to respond when you are feel uh,
Okay,
our
now we're talking.
our hemline by mistake?
All better. Our Hamlin by mistake. It's cryptic. Are you telling me you misspoke earlier and Hamlin wasn't what you meant? Is that related to the question about responding to failure? If so, maybe just tell me what you intended to say and we can roll with it.
Maya, how can talking to a trust friend or mentor support self forgiveness?
Okay. Okay. So you're asking about finding mentors or trusted friends to help with self forgiveness, like people who can guide you through that process? That's smart. It's tough to do it alone. Look for people who are good listeners, non judgmental, and who've maybe navigated similar stuff themselves. Someone who will challenge you, but also offer support. Doesn't have to be a formal mentorship either. It could just be a friend you really trust. Having someone to talk it through with, to validate your feelings, can be huge. Make sense?
Okay. How can practicing graduate promote self kindness?
You mean self compassion, right? Not self tiredness. It sounds like you accidentally said tiredness there. I think you're asking how practicing gratitude, graduate, as you're calling it, can help with self compassion. It's because gratitude shifts your focus. When you actively look for things to be thankful for, even small things, it pulls you out of the spiral of self criticism. It reminds you of the good stuff in your life, the things you value, and it makes it harder to get completely bogged down in negativity. It's about recognizing the whole picture, not just the flaws.
Yeah, how can setting healthy boundaries for emotional uh, healing?
Okay, it sounds like you're asking how people can best support someone who's struggling emotionally. Is that right? You were trailing off there a bit. The the key is really just being present, listening without judgment, validating their feelings. It's not about trying to fix things or offer advice unless they ask for it. Sometimes people just need to be heard and acknowledged. A simple that sounds really tough can go a long way. It's about creating a safe space where they feel comfortable expressing themselves.
Yeah, how can practicing graduate promote self kindness?
So you're asking how to actually practice gratitude to build more self-kindness? I dig it. Okay, there are a bunch of things. Journaling, big one. Write down a few things you're grateful for each day, even if they're tiny. Or try a gratitude meditation. Honestly, even just taking a few moments each day to consciously appreciate something can make a difference. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. It's about noticing when you're being self critical and consciously shifting your focus to something you appreciate about yourself or your life. Start small. Don't try to overhaul your thinking overnight.
How can self forgiveness improve your relationship with others?
That's a really good question. Self forgiveness is huge for relationships. Because if you're constantly beating yourself up over past mistakes, it's going to seep into your interactions with others. You might be more defensive, more irritable, less able to be present. When you can forgive yourself, you're more likely to approach relationships with openness and empathy. You're also less likely to project your own insecurities onto others. It creates a healthier dynamic overall. Plus, it models vulnerability, which can deepen connections. It's like allowing yourself to be imperfect allows others to do the same.
Okay, thank you, man. This topic related this discussion and every question to give me explain answer.
You're very welcome, Hezbollah. Glad I could help. It was a good discussion, a really important topic, honestly. Anytime you want to revisit it or explore anything else, you know where to find me. Feel free to reach out.
Okay, Maya, inshallah. Next new topic related discussion, inshallah. Thank you, Maya.
All right. What's the next topic you had in mind? Lay it on me.
हाँ तो ये नाज़रीन जैसे कि आप देख रहे थे कि मैं एक साथ हम एक नए टॉपिक के साथ फिर मौजूद थे आज और ज़िंदगी तो एक नई साथ मुलाकात तब तक रखिएगा अपना ख्याल सो अल्लाह हाफ़िज़